How are you? I've been doing some reading on Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and watching some YouTube and doing a whole bunch of just, perusing. And one of the things I have been reading is that alcoholics and addicts are very misunderstood. Our partners don't understand why we do the things we do. So I'm going to try and explain it to you a little bit from an alcoholic's perspective. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been sober for over 2 decades, and I remember what it feels like, that first drink, and why I did the things I did. When I started drinking, I did not know I was in the pain I was in. I knew I wasn't happy, but I was 12, right? So I knew I wasn't happy. When I had that first couple of drinks, I knew that I felt better. That's all I knew. I felt better. And I couldn't wait to do that again. And I did. And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it, and I kept doing it. And it made me taller, thinner, smarter, funnier, easier to get along with in my perception. I could talk to the guys, I could be friends with the girls, I could do it all when I was drinking. When I wasn't drinking, I was this shy little creature that was like, I listened a lot, but I didn't really participate with a lot of things. I hid. And when I was drinking, I wasn't in emotional pain. I just wasn't. So fast forward to my later teens and early 20s, and alcoholism took over my life. I was drinking every day, and when I started drinking every day, it was because I couldn't function with that pain that was inside me, that emotional pain, that great big dark hole that was inside me. I didn't wake up one morning and decide, hey, I think I'm gonna be an alcoholic so I don't feel anything and I can mess with the world. That's not what I thought. I did not want to be a colossal screw up. I was trying to get away from that. I did not want to be self-centered and selfish. Wasn't ever my intention. My intention was to just stop feeling. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to experience the pain. And because it's progressive and you build tolerance, I drank more and more and more and more and more. And that 2.5 drink sweet spot started turning into more and more and more and more. And I'd have to drink more to get the same effect and more to get the same feeling. And at the end of the day, it was like that's what mattered more than anything, because I couldn't function without it. It's not that I didn't want to function without it. I became a prisoner. I couldn't function without it. I couldn't look at people. I couldn't be in a room with people. I couldn't have conversation unless I'd had a couple drinks in me. And it got to that really scary place where I was drinking at work and all sorts of things. And that's where alcoholism takes people. That's where it takes all of us. I didn't want to be at the bar when I was supposed to be at home with my boyfriend. I didn't want to be sneaking drinks in my bedroom because I didn't feel okay. I didn't want to be drinking out of a Final Nut hairspray bottle out of my locker because I was anxious, nervous, and scared. I didn't want to do any of that. I just knew that the alcohol was what prevented me from feeling all those things. I did it. What ended up happening for me was I just couldn't continue because it was going to kill me. So I had to stop. I didn't have a choice. And the pain of being where I was greater than the fear of not drinking and dealing with life on life's terms and being sober. I stopped, but no one could have made me. No one could have forced me. No one could have talked me into it. No one could have made any kind of difference until I got that feeling in my soul that this wasn't working anymore, and I had to do something different or I was probably going to die. Stay tuned for the next couple of videos, because it's going to be about taking things personally and how all the stuff that goes along with your alcoholic partner and what they're thinking is so far away from what you're thinking. Okay? It's just understanding. It's just perspective. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just about learning. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.